This is Ralph Losey, the director and verifier of Echoes of AI, where the podcasters themselves are AI, and they write the podcast, not me.
Exactly, precisely. One of the articles even talked about how this multidimensional quality of human intelligence goes even further. It even shows up in our scientific work. It argued that even the most groundbreaking scientific discoveries actually often come from a place of intuition and imagination. This deep sense of wonder about the universe. It's not just cold, hard data. There's this creative spark, like a leap of faith almost, that happens before those scientific breakthroughs.
And that spark, that leap of faith, that's where the human part really shines through, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, think about Einstein. His theory of relativity, one of the most revolutionary ideas in all of science. It didn't come from just crunching numbers and data. It came from this amazing thought experiment, this really creative visualization of writing on a beam of light. That ability to imagine, to think way outside the box, that's what's so powerful about human intelligence.
This leads us to something that really stood out in several of the sources, the spiritual dimension of human intelligence.
Yes, that's where things get really, really interesting. For centuries, philosophers and theologians, they've been thinking about consciousness and the idea of a soul, the possibility of there being something beyond just the material world. And these sources we're looking at, they suggest that this spiritual yearning, this drive to connect with something bigger, it's not just some random idea, it's part of what makes us human. It's a core piece of our intelligence.
And that spiritual part of us, that longing to connect with something greater than ourselves, that seems to be something that AI just doesn't have.
That's right. I mean, AI might become incredibly sophisticated, but it just doesn't seem to struggle with the same big questions that we humans do. It doesn't think about the meaning of life, good versus evil, whether there's an afterlife. These are questions that come from us knowing that our time is limited, that we have this finite existence in a universe that's vast and mysterious.
And that awareness, knowing that we're not here forever, that seems to be a big reason why we pursue spirituality and philosophy. It's what drives us to find meaning and purpose in a world that often feels pretty random and chaotic, right?
Absolutely. And that very search for meaning, that desire for something bigger, that's the engine behind so much of human creativity, innovation, our drive to make society better. It inspires us to build communities, create art, explore the unknown, and really push the limits of what we can understand.
It's amazing to think that this deep ability to create meaning, this spiritual searching, is part of what separates us from AI, even as AI keeps getting more and more advanced.
It really is, and it highlights how important it is to really nurture these parts of ourselves, to feed our inner lives, that sense of wonder, that capacity for awe. These are the qualities that make us human. They're what give our lives meaning and depth, and they're something that, as far as we know, no algorithm can ever replicate, no matter how smart it gets.
So as AI continues to evolve, it looks like the real test isn't about trying to beat it at its own game on a technical level. It's about remembering what makes us human in the first place, embracing those qualities that set us apart, and using AI in a way that actually makes us more human, not less.
I couldn't agree more. It's not about humans versus AI. It's about figuring out how humans and AI can work together, each doing what they do best to create a world where everyone can thrive.